აბა მზად ხარ დავიწყოთ ჩვენი Lord of the Rings War is North.
მზად ვარ კი.
მზად ვარ.
შეჯერ მზად ვარ.
10 out of 10.
ხო, მეც მზად ვარ მგონი და მოდი
What?
Bro.
Skype აბეთდა რა.
ეს რა ხმა იყო?
რა ხმა იყო?
ეს პროჟინა რა მოადა.
Okay.
Просто რაღაც ცოტა ჩუმი იყოს.
Okay, 3-2-1.
იმედი ახლა იწერს, თორე You can review tutorial messages on the quest tab in your... Okay, whatever.
Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered. Rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Ettard, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farley of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk had not looked to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we three are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elro here were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Yes.
Way, მორჩა ვიდეო.
სატყუარები ვარ.
Okay. პირველ რიგში გარეგნობა. თუ არა გორნი, გარეგნობა წამოდით, გარეგნობა. წამოდით. წამოდი, სხვა დროს იქ უნდა ჩავიცვა. არ იყო პედოფილი?
არა.
და ჩემში ნაგან სამყაროსო ვერ გავექცევი.
აუცი რა, მე არ გელოდები და quest-ებს გავაკეთებ.
აუ, კარგი, არა.
გაჩვენე.
არ გააკეთო. არც არ გააკეთო. არ გააკეთო.
I'd like to see you try to stop.
არ გააკეთო.
No, გავაკეთე.
არ გააკეთო რა.
თუ გავაკეთო, თუ ჩაიხა.
Hello.
არა.
Gloomy clouds, I'd say. Is something troubling you?
ყველა quest-ი ავიღოთ.
არა, უნდა ვიდეო უნდა გამოვაჩინო ლაპარაკისვა.
I'm in love.
I see. And who is it that you love?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith.
And she agrees with this match?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we were older, and it got so much harder to say.
You should tell her how you feel before it's too late.
I want to tell her. I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take...
Why not let me take it to him?
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's
This
one
is
more
getting
thing.
complicated.
Idona's father. He keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
I will take her the locket and your words.
Wonderful!
Just
perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her, and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
Very well.
Very well. I'll tell her.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
Never fear. I will bring you her answer.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? It's time to make some money from it.
What sort of pastime did you have in mind?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I know. I reckon I could stump you, though.
I am no stranger to the riddle game. But how is money involved?
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money. If you're wrong, the coins go to me. What do you say?
Very well. Let's hear your riddle.
First, you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough. That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let me hear your riddle.
My body's
My
ready.
life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured. Thin I am quick,
4 times slow. Wind is my foe. A candle.
Oh, right you are. You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh? What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Ask away.
Very well. Double or nothing. Ask away.
Always running, never walking. Often murmuring, never talking. Has a bed, but never sleeps. Has a mouth, but never eats. What is it?
A river.
Oh, correct. You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
Double or nothing it is.
What belongs to you that others use more than you do? That's the answer. I've been too easy on you, it seems. Go double or nothing and I'll stomp you this time for sure.
Double or nothing it is.
At night, they come without being called. By day, they're lost without being stolen. What are they? Oh, right by thunder. I can't get anything by you. Give me one last chance. Double or nothing once again.
Double or nothing it is.
What is it that's so fragile, even saying its name can break it? I see I'm dealing with a riddle master. More the fool I for putting up my hard-earned coins. Well, fair is fair. Here's your winnings. Oh, no, your wits are too sharp for me. The poor purse can't stand to be any lighter.
Very well. Thanks for the game.
Okay.
Hola, okay, Kera.
Hello, Master. A ranger by all looks, I'd say. Well, all are welcome here, long as they mean no harm. Some of the locals may not take to your kind, but don't let that bother you none. Folks around here are suspicious of those that don't know. What can I do for you then?
What can you tell me of Bree?
No.
Oh, Bree is an old place. Been here for ages and ages. This is the only place in the world you'll find hobbits and men living side by side. We used to see a lot of travellers coming through Bree. Not so much nowadays. But I still get customers enough to keep me busy.
Tell me about your inn.
The prancing pony's been in my family for generations. I can't rightly say how long, it goes that far back. I'm told there's been an inn on this spot nearly as long as there's been a town.
I may have need of a few things before I leave town. Where should I look?
Well, we have stores and shops here in town, but I suspect most of them wouldn't suit your needs. You might try Adelgar Oldbank's shop. He's got a collection of unusual items which might interest you. It's right across the street from here, on the corner. If it's repairs you need, try Elman Brushwood, our blacksmith. His smithy is just across the street, but there on the corner.
What news have you heard lately?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Bree lands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Okay,
I have a few questions, if I may, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree, there is no Aragorn. Only Strider the Ranger.
What of this man, Agendour, who met with the Black Riders? What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the north bodes ill for us all. I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are full.
We are all Gamgdar over here.
Those things that attacked us at Summer Ford, those Black Riders, I've never seen anything like them before. What are they?
Do you not know them? There are whispered tales and legends enough that tell of them. They are the Nine, the Ring Wraiths. Of all the servants of the enemy, they are the most feared.
This Agendour, he was no wraith. He seemed like a man, one filled with malice and dark power, but a man nonetheless. But what kind of man would serve the Dark Lord?
Not all the Dark Lord's servants are wraiths and orcs. There have been and still are many men, warriors and kings that walk alive under the sun. and yet are under his sway.
What can you tell me of Fornost?
Fornost was once a great city, the capital of the Dunedain kingdom of Arnor. It fell to the Witch King long ago. The men of Gondor and the elves formed an alliance that drove the Witch King out, but Fornost was never rebuilt. The ruins remain a place of dread for many. The men of Bree call it Dead Man's Dyke and fear to go near. It is a perfect place for our enemies to gather in secret.
So, Agendaur chose well, it seems. We'll travel to Fornost and see what we can do to upset his plans.
You should be on your way to Fornost. The fate of Middle-earth may depend upon drawing the enemy's attention away from here.
Wow. I don't understand why you hide your name. Surely it is a name to be proud of.
The Dark Lord in Mordor would not be pleased to know that Isildur's heir still lives. The time is not right for Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to stand revealed to the world. For now, I am simply Strider.
Yes, Strider it is. But what will you do now?
Legolas is real. I spoke of. I've already scoured the road between here and the Shire, but found no trace of him. I fear he may have left the road, perhaps to escape pursuit. I hope now that he will make his way here to Bree, the only safe haven for many miles. But if he does not appear soon, I will take to the road again in search of him. Should the enemy at Fornost join in the hunt, well, you understand just how grim our chances will become. I need you to prevent that. Go to Fornost. Take the fight to them.
We will do all we can. Farewell.
That dwarven merchant Groff has a stall in the market down the street. See if you can convince him to bring weapons to Bree. That dwarven merchant Groff has a stall in the market down the street. See if you can convince him to bring weapons to Bree.
Because you're low.
Hello there. Ranger, are you? Let me guess. You've sprung some rivet and busted a blade out there roaming about the wild, and you need old Elman to make you right again.
You recognize me as a ranger, do you? Then you must know some of my folk.
No, not really. You're kind of usually tight-lipped, like to keep your secrets and all. But I have dealt with a fellow named Ador now and again. Tradesmen work for tools and iron on occasion. He knows his way around an hammer and anvil, he does.
Like real dwarf.
I have a locket with a broken chain. Do you think you can repair it?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts.
I have something.
Maybe back in the old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this.
You are correct. It is Bree work. I'm having it repaired as a favor to a friend.
I see.
Well,
look it. I'll just add another link, and it won't cost you but a single silver penny. There you are. Good as new.
I thank you. Farewell, Smith.
I can't thank you enough for bringing me around this message. This changes everything. Everything.
Oh, gara, სასაცილო, გითხარი ვიწერე მეთქი, რატო დაელაპარაკე?
If you don't mind my saying so, you don't look much like a Breelander. Is there something I can do for you?
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? What?
I would like you to bring a store of weapons to sell to the Bree folk.
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to...
They may have had no need of weapons in the past, but these are unsettling times. They must be able to defend themselves.
I'll not deny times are growing dark. There's trouble all around. But you'll never get these folks to believe it. Life's been too easy for them for too long.
Not everyone is blind to the growing threat. It was one of the townsmen who sent me to ask this of you. There are others who are worried as well.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
Don't let their past prevent them from preparing for their future. It would be wrong to leave them defenseless.
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
Excellent. I will let them know of your decision. Safe travels, Groff.
As soon as I've sold a few more tools...
What can you tell me about the Blue Mountains and your people?
The Blue Mountains are prosperous enough, although we find more iron than gold. We rely on iron working for our livelihood. That's why I'm here selling tools to the Breelanders.
I hope you have continued peace and prosperity. Farewell.
ჩავაბარო quest.
You're back.
It seems you have won her.
Wonderful, wonderful. I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
No, you keep it. I think you may need this more than I.
Well, if you're sure, thank you. I'm going to tell everyone how generous and kind you've been. Folks around here don't always trust rangers, but you'll always have at least one friend in Bree.
I hope you will both be happy. Good luck and goodbye, Rowley.
Little sweat for me, but big sweat for humanity.
Did you speak with Groff? What did...
I managed to convince him. You will have your arms.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take.
How so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me, and I will pay you for them.
You will pay me? Can I expect a fair price?
I'm not a wealthy man, but I will give you what I can for any good weapons you bring me.
I will bear that in mind. Farewell.
კიდე რა quest-ი დარჩა?
ჰობითან დარჩა სალაპარაკო და იმ დებილთან.
You're a strong man, Bramble. You do well with us.
Sounds good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt no one. Not real bad, anyway.
You think they care about you? I say take what you want and the rest be damned. Well, what do you want, Ranger? This is a private conversation.
I would like to know what you were discussing.
I don't see how that's any of your affair. Clear off.
I was just curious. It sounded a bit suspicious.
You mind your own business, eh? Those who go sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong are likely to get it cut off.
Are you threatening me, Breelander?
Oh, he isn't a Breelander. He comes from down south. He just showed up a week or two ago.
Gone. Fools who can't keep their mouths shut are no use to us, Bramble.
Do you like being called a fool, Harley? This man is no friend to you.
I don't like being called names. I've had enough of being called fool by folks around here.
Small wonder it is, Sue. Stay here with the rest of them, then. But things will be changing around here. You mark my words.
You should stay clear of men like that. What did he want of you?
Well, I'm not really sure. He said there'd be changes around here soon, and those smart enough to join up with his friends would end up running things.
He would use you and put a knife in your back when he no longer needs you. Stay clear of men like that.
Aye, you're right. Folks here may not treat me the way I like all the time, but it's still my town. I shouldn't go siding with strangers.
Be sure you do not. I will have my eye on you.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Honest, I'm not.
Argit, sakdavamtavret, ერთი დამრჩა, ჰობიტი დარჩა.
There is little in the way of art or gardens in Bree. I wonder if the towns of men are always so dismal.
ეს არა ქვია დათო შენ არა გაქვს არაფერი ესეთი რაღაც კომენტარი რო გააკეთო? ანუ მე მაგალითად მაგიდასთან რო იყო იქ მქონდა ეს აბზერ.
კი, აქ კაც რო გამოვწევ. აქ იყო რა.
რა თქვა? თქვი რამე?
კი, რაღაც წაიბურტყუნა ძალიან დეპრესიული ქალაქია.
ეგეთი მომენტები ცალკე არ გამოგაიაროთ, იმიტომ რომ ყველას ინდივიდუალურად აქვს.
Welcome. It's always good to see a ranger in my shop. Looking to buy or sell?
We are not in the Shire, yet you are a hobbit.
Why, of course I am. Bree is the oldest settlement of hobbits in the world, you know. And this is the only place you find hobbits and big folk living together. An arrangement that suits us both just fine.
This is an unusual shop for Bree.
That's what my neighbors are always telling me. I'm sure half the town thinks I'm completely cracked. But I've always loved old tales of adventure and daring deeds. So it's only natural I would open a shop selling weapons and armor and whatnot.
And this is profitable?
Oh, heavens no. But you see, my old dad was quite well off, and he left me a tidy sum. This is really more of a hobby than a business. But it could prove useful to someone like you. Take a look around.
Have you heard any news lately?
Plenty. But none of it good. Seems there's trouble away south. People are on the roads looking for new places to live. Folks around here are sympathetic, but none too eager to take in a host of strangers.
I am afraid it will get worse. There are dark times ahead, for everyone.
Save me. But you make it sound bad. Personally, I prefer to keep my thoughts as cheerful as I may. Bree has always been a peaceful place, and I hope it will remain so.
Your peace is maintained by the sweat and blood of others. You have no idea what dangers lurk a day's journey from your gates.
Oh, now you're exaggerating. We here in Bree don't bother anyone, and no one bothers us. That's the way it works, don't you see? But let's not be so gloomy. Is there something I can help you with?
მე მგონი ბევრი გადაკოტრიელება durability-ს უგდებს, აბა რატომ აქ დაწეული?
რა მგონი?
Okay, მზად ვარ მე. ყველაფერი იყიდეთ?
აჰა.
Okay, კარებთან მივიდეთ.
იცი რა მაინტერესებს? რეგულარულად რო თოლში არ იძირებოდა.
ხო.
სუბუქია.
ხო.
არა, სუბუქი არ არის. სხვა რამეზე იყო ეგა. ანუ ელფები რახან არის რაღაც ის აქვთ რა, ანუ არა როგორც სიტყვაზე არა როგორ თქვა ჭაობში გავლასავით რა მომენტი არის.
ეგრე ხო წყალს უნდა დევ.
ხო, მე შეგნომი წყალს ხო შეუძლიათ მისულ გასვლა.
ხო.
ჯესუსები არიან?
ო, ბრაპონტია. ჯიზის.
Okay, კარგით. ეს პირველი ნაწილი აქ დავამთავროთ. შემდეგ ნაწილში იქნება უკვე ბრძოლა და უფრო საინტერესო იქნება რა თქმა უნდა, ეს უფრო ასე ვთქვათ საწყისი ნაწილი იყო ჩვენი თავგადასავალის და ყველანი ერთად შემდეგ ნაწილში ციხესიმაგრე ფორნოსში შევხვდებით. შემდეგ ნაწილამდე.
აბა. მითხარ რომ ჩაიწერა.